Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
It feels like a Tuesday, doesn't it?
It does. This week was so weird with Memorial Day and the long weekend, and now we're here with a rare Wednesday episode of the Dumpster Fire.
Yeah. You had a hot date last night or something like that. I think that's why you had.
I was hanging out with my friend-ish type person.
Friend-ish. It's a girl. Do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Hey,
she's
it's understandable.
Very awesome. She's really cool. Like, I'll tell you one thing that I've learned is not always, you don't have to go, like, don't get me wrong, she's beautiful, but like, you don't have to go for the hottest chick. You should go for the chick that treats you well. Like, so she actually like quality, like, okay, a lot of times, again, we're getting into this before we're even fucking doing the show, but a lot of times when you ask somebody, like, what do you look for in a partner? People list like, oh, she's got to have like a donk, you know, she's got to have a good job. She's got to have, you know, she's got to be super cute. I got to be attracted to her. No one lists that she should treat you well. That should be the first thing on your list, is how a girl treats you should be the number one, your most important thing. Then you can say, okay, yes, I have to be attracted to her. Yes, she has to have a good job. Those should all come after that. Like, because I've dated like a lot of hot chicks and they've all treated me like shit. And
that's almost, if you think about it, like, it's about personality. Personality is attracted with it, and they have their pick of men. Let's be real. That's what you're about the hot women. I think you're starting to realize you're not trying to go after what you call 10s anymore, because the 10s were just gonna leave you. They weren't gonna go anywhere. And if this girl is, you know, maybe it goes somewhere. You never know.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, I mean, if someone's very attractive, that's good for them. But if they treat you well, that would be that's even better. Like, I'd rather have a stable, reliable person than the hottest chick on the block that treats me like shit. Like, I don't fucking deal with that shit anymore.
They hate sports.
Okay, we'll talk about sports. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they ain't talking about sports talk. We just ramble about stupid crap. I mean, we got to talk about your Rangers, dude. We got to talk about your Rangers.
Game 3. And we had a chance to steal game 4, but we kept taking penalty. So something's bizarre has really happened. The Rangers power play has gone cold, and the Florida power play is on fire. And the Rangers are missing VC, who is a huge part of the kill. And so that you're noticing it now without VC in there, how tough it is for them to kill penalties, and Florida's feasting. The only way that I think Shesterkin is away in their head. And even though they're out shooting the Rangers, you know, pretty much 2-1, the Rangers can still win this series for sure. With just doing the old Lundqvist formula of let's just rely on our fucking goalie and throw out Corsi and shot attempts and all that stuff. Throw out advanced stats, and the Rangers can get it done. This is a gritty, tough team. They're a tough out, but man, Florida's really good. And I said this before the series started. I said this is the worst possible matchup for the Rangers, and you're seeing in the first 4 games. Yeah, they stole 2 games, but outright, Florida is
this is a much stronger team
too.
Much fuller, fleshed out forward core, better defense. The only advantage is goaltender, and Bobrovsky isn't exactly a slouch.
No, I mean, Bobrovsky's a Vezina winner, basically. Shesterkin's a Vezina winner. The Rangers have been, but the thing is with this series, like, at times, one team will just dominate. And last night, from basically halfway through the third period on, the Florida Panthers just dominated. Essentially, like, they kept the puck in the Rangers zone. They suffocated them. Mika Zibanejad and Mika Panarin and Kreider, they don't have any points in the fucking series.
Because they're being contained. It's not like Carolina where they just went feasting.
Yeah. So we'll see, though. I really predict that, you know, game 5. I'm not say predicted, but you're going to see one of those 3 get a point. You know,
I'm going to be quite honest here. Your best players besides Shesty have been Lafreniere and Barclay Goodrow.
Yeah. Barkley, Goodrow's mistake. Lafreniere has come into his own. This is the player that they thought they were getting when they took him number 1 overall. And the thing is, he's only 22. Like,
of course,
he's balling. He is hooping out there. And it's not just him hitting his shots and making play. I mean, he's making highlight reel plays where you're like,
that second goal last night, that was precision.
Yeah. He's definitely. The thing is, like, if Kako could get going, right? If other players could get going, this could be a really dangerous Rangers team. They're just not hitting on all cylinders yet.
I mean, Heedle's still hurt, even though, like, he has come back. Wheeler has come back. I'm surprised Wheeler came back, but he's still hurt too.
Yeah, so. I mean, just in game 3, they were debating on, Rempe for Heedle. Right now, there's no issues because VC's out. Wheeler's got to come back in. Heedle hasn't played well. Honestly, like. He looked good against Carolina, but now he looks slow against Florida. So it's he's kind of a non-factor. But yeah. Anyways, everyone who loves me and supports me, the Rangers need prayers because just like we were talking in the green room before, the 94 Rangers, those Devils were a better team, and they got down 3-2. And they still pulled it out of their ass. Like, clearly Florida's a better team than the Rangers, but the Rangers can still win. They can get a couple bounces. Like, they almost stole game 4. They could easily be up 3-1. They could also have been swept by now.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, they could have swept Florida too, if you want to be quite frank. I mean, there was still a chance.
Yeah, game one was game 1 it was 1-0 all the way.
It was close.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up being 4-0, but that was not as indicative of the game itself. The score was not indicative of the game.
All right. I mean, still, you also have Dallas, Edmonton going on right now. Dallas,
yes.
I mean, Edmonton, their flaws are becoming apparent. Their team defense has been awful. Stuart Skinner, there are people calling for his head again. Do you know where Darnell Nurse is? Because I haven't seen him all postseason.
Is he on a milk carton somewhere?
I don't know if he's even on the milk carton.
What up, Darnell? Darnell Nurse?
Darnell Nurse, the $9.5 million player. Ken Holland masterclass. Here's the problem. Edmonton's issues have been, for the past 5 or 6 years, team defense, depth, goaltending. What are the things holding back Edmonton this year, even despite everything they've done? Team defense, depth, goaltending.
It's wild because... Right. It's wild because Edmonton relies on one player the same way that the Rangers rely on Shesterkin. It's really hard to put all of your eggs in your center's basket, not your goalie's basket. Like, if you're going to rely on one guy to carry your team, it should probably just be your goalie. I mean,
you have a couple guys you can carry there too. You have Leon, Connor, Evan Bouchard has had his moments, Nuge and Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, Draisaitl, they're all world, but, McDavid facilitates all that, and he's just still kind of doing it all himself. He's just like, am I the only guy that is out here? All right, let's read some snoopers.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's get on with it.
So Charlie Hintz, the Mets must have legit saw my comment last year about them being akin to being in a saw trap and took that as a get him challenge. Oh, speaking of Jeebus. Yeah, your team needs Jeebus. It needs so much Jeebus. It's not even funny. I'm going to ask you again. There have been some claims. Do you miss the Wilpons yet? With how bad this bullpen's been.
So Edwin Diaz went on the IL today. So he's done.
Is he out for the year? Confirmed or?
He was on the 15 days, so it wasn't the 60. Okay. I don't know. I just know that he went. It was like a strained calf or something. He should not pitch. The season is done.
Actually, it looks like it's right shoulder impingement, so that could be anything.
Yeah, I mean,
because if it were elbow inflammation, I'm thinking, oh fuck. Shoulder impingement, it's different because you don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah, you don't want a rotator cuff tear because that's done.
That's just your season.
So, and then the Mets got swept basically by the Dodgers. Excuse me.
Late leads again.
Yeah, they blew multiple leads against the Giants. Like they had a walk off the other. I was like, just stop. Like just this season. So Senga's not even pitching.
Has there been any update on Senga, or is he like still hurt?
He says he wants to come back, but there's no timetable. So we replaced Jake DeGrom with Kodai Senga. I mean, just the exact same problem. Just a guy that cannot stay healthy. I mean, these are like, pitching Jesus level pitchers that come to New York and don't pitch because they're hurt. And I'm not saying that they are trying to get hurt. I'm just saying this is what happens to the LOL Mets is pain and suffering. What is it? I was at the pool the other day and someone was like, no. I was at baseball practice. And I was like, hey, I'm a sad Mets fan. And the guy was like, that's not even a tautology or whatever. It's like, those are axiomatic statements. Like you could just say you're a Mets fan and everyone would know that you're sad.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, instead of like saying like, oh, you had a bad thing happen to you. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling like a Mets fan today. And they'll be like, yeah. If you're feeling really depressed, you say you're a White Sox or a Rockies fan. And they're like, yeah. Yeah,
but people don't even feel sympathy for White Sox or Rockies fans. They're just like, oh, okay.
Well, they're fucking terrible. That's the thing.
Terrible. What happened to the White Sox?
Well, the White Sox, what happened was they never actually spent money. They didn't implement their core, and their entire core is hurt or traded. Like, that's the next video I'm working on. I'm editing that right now. Should be out tomorrow, Friday. It's the White Sox are a fucking mess. And you remember that rant last year? I think his name was Vito. He went on Chicago radio and it was like they're supposed to rock bottom last April. It's gotten even worse, and it might get worse again. Because I mean, Robert is probably gone, Eloy's probably gone, Moncada's probably gone. They're all hurt. Like I mean, you think Michael Kopech's been hurt the most of the time? It's been those three, and that's your core. Cease is gone, Giolito's gone, Reynaldo Lopez is gone, Hendricks is gone. Your best pitchers right now are Garrett Crochet and Eric Fetty.
So it's minor league baseball is what you're saying.
They'd probably lose to some AAA teams. Not joking when I say that. Look up Martin Maldonado's stats and you will understand.
Weren't they good like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
They were good. They were good in 2020, 2021, yeah. And then everything went to shit. LaRussa in 2022, then they hit rock bottom, and this year they're you have to understand, they just finished tanking in 2017, 2018. And now that they botched it so badly, they have to do it again.
Well, that's what the Mets are about to do.
And Reinsdorf wants $1 billion in public funding. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
The other thing with tanking in baseball, it's like it's a 4-year, like it's a deep rebuild. Like, when you start acquiring prospects, like, yeah, it doesn't, it takes a lot longer for them to surface. It's not like not every prospect is a Paul Skeens that just comes in and throws fucking gasolina.
I mean, the Cubs and Astros took 5 years.
Yeah.
The Nationals took longer.
Yeah.
And then the Braves took 5 years too.
Yep. Well, the Mets
and then you have the White Sox, and they're a testament to failure of the rebuild.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, it's fun times. Christopher Bodden, what's up, buddy? Hey, 5 and 3 NBA Finals. Who you rooting for? What about the Stanley Cup Finals? I know 5 is for the Rangers, but I want bald salt. Go Chiefs. Dude, your Chiefs are you need to stop with the criminality, dude. Isaiah Buggs, former Steeler, I think got arrested for animal cruelty charges or something like that.
You see Brandon McManus got charged with sexual assault or
on an airplane, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like Brandon Perna's friend. Like, I think they know each other. Something.
Brandon and Brandon.
The gooch. Yep.
Nothing
One
wrong with
is
that,
not the same. The NBA Finals, I guess I want to see I want to see Luka in the finals. I don't think I want to see him win a championship because also fuck the Celtics. Like, I mean, fuck the Celtics.
The only reason I want the Celtics to win is so I can start my petition to build the statue of Billy King.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the reason why the Celtics have been in 2 finals.
Yeah. You can thank Billy King and his horrible GMing. He's
trading for 35-year-old men, and it got them Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It technically got them Kyrie, but nobody talks about that.
Yeah, they should build the statue right now for Billy King.
Yeah, build the statue of Billy King outside TD Garden, put it right next to the Bobby Orr statue.
That would be so funny. Yeah, I don't think they can beat Dallas though, but Dallas could be had. I mean, they were down to Denver. The Clips should have beat Dallas, but they couldn't do it.
Well, the problem with the Clips was Kawhi got hurt again.
Yeah, Kawhi.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
And now they might be done because PG-13 might be gone. Russell Westbrook might be gone. Harden might be gone. Kawhi's got a massive extension. He can't stay healthy. So what do you do? And all your draft picks are property of pretty much Oklahoma City and I think a little bit of Toronto, I think, too. No, not Toronto. But Oklahoma City has a ton of their picks from the PG-13 trade.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool that the Pacers made it as far as they did, but fuck them.
I mean, they couldn't handle. I mean, they played a team that was injured and laden with a shitload of drama, and a team that just died with injuries. So, I mean, great season for them, but it's just like they just ran into a wall. I mean, Boston's been doing that to pretty much every team they faced.
Yep.
Jared Oberfeld, Tree, in an over-the-top voice. We have reached the top of the mountain. We have seen the light. Angel Hernandez has retired.
And there was much rejoicing.
What's your favorite Angel Hernandez? I call him Angel, but it should be Angel Hernandez.
Angel Hernandez, the one where the guy throws the pitch right down the middle. I forget which pitcher it is. He literally throws the pitch right down the middle, and the catcher does move over to catch it. Like he didn't hit his spot, but literally the pitch is right down the middle, and the announcers go, that pitch was right down the middle. He's like, wow, right down the middle, ball one. And you can hear both announcers just kind of laughing in the background. Like that one is just hilarious. Like, how do you fuck up your job that bad where you just make it all about you? Like every time, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I mean, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to show you my favorite moment from a certain. This is Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Yep. Yes. That is it. That's awesome. Yes. Look at Hater's face. Hater is like, yo, what a fucking garbage ass call. Like, look at him. He's just like.
and he's just like, what the fuck? Dude, it's right by the plate. You're stupid. And just Angel Hernandez is just sitting there. It's like,
the best part,
justified.
Back up. The best part of Schwarber is back here. Wait. Go forward a little bit. When he's like, look, no, a little more forward. When he's explaining to him like this and that, he's like, your shit here, your shit there. Like he tells him, you fucking suck high, you suck low, you suck to the left, you suck to the right. Like he is just like, fuck you in every hole, Angel Hernandez. And the other funny thing about Hernandez is he has no clue how bad he is. He's just like, whatever.
He refuses to admit how bad he is.
Yeah.
He refuses.
I think him retiring is just like finally an acknowledgement of the pressure finally just getting to him, where people are just like, dude, you fucking suck. Like, I think he just kept hearing it at every game. And finally he just broke, but still, like, he was oblivious to it before.
Oh yeah.
I love the players when they get away with bullshit and they're just like, there's no way that was safe.
And Hawk Harrelson's flipping out too.
Yeah, if it wasn't, I think replay probably extended Angel Hernandez's career by 3 more years, right? Like if replay didn't exist, like I think there would have been massive protests about Hernandez.
He's actually safe.
Mm-hmm.
He's way safe.
Yeah, by several inches there. Like, Well, he can go out and be blind on his right. I cannot believe these calls here where he's look. He does not even offer at that.
It's not even close, and they call it a strike.
Yeah, and it's Bryce Harper too. Yep, and he's just I would happily get ejected to cuss for the privilege of cussing out Angel Hernandez. Like, he's like, you're fucking garbage, dude. Fuck you, Angel Hernandez. I'm glad he's gone though.
I think we're all happy he's gone.
No. I mean, like, I know his statement was, he said, and don't get me wrong, like, it was great for minorities to be in, but like, that's the representative of Hispanic Americans that you choose is Angel Hernandez. Like, dude, I'd want someone
guy sued baseball because they thought they were being racist for not putting him in baseball games, and they just rolled out a TV and just showed how much he sucked.
Yeah,
I think the reason why they told him to retire, it's like, look, you need to get the fuck out of here, or we're ripping out your pension. That's pretty much what they said.
Viewy Book is saying he took a payout. That sounds like something Manfred would do. It's just like, yo, can you we'll pay you for 3 more years if you just don't umpire anymore,
like they're probably in your men's league, they're probably better umpires.
Yeah, and I think Latinos are underrepresented in the umpiring core.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. There needs to be more diversity, but there needs to be good umpiring, right? If you're telling me that every umpire is going to be a white dude from Ohio, but they get if
they're good, I don't care. Like, I don't care if they're all white or black, all Latino, all transgender aliens from Zyklon Z.
Right?
Call a fucking strike.
Maybe that's what the trans community should do. They should get good at umpiring, and everyone will be like, "Fucking A, man." We, just like Shane Gillis says, like do you remember? Have you ever heard Shane Gillis's bit about how Alabama football was forced to integrate because they were losing to all the other integrated teams?
Yep.
And like it took till like the 60s before they finally integrated. And what he said was like, man, if the trans community, if they wanted to be accepted, they should just get really good at football.
I mean,
that's the way
just wait. Just wait till they get in the
sport.
WNBA. They'll just dominate. Mm-hmm. You'll get the next Michael Jordan.
I would love to see that, honestly, because then everyone's brain would break, right? Like they'd be like, wait a minute, we can't have it both ways. Actually, I did hear a story, and I'm not saying that the WNBA should not exist or that it's not amazing and it's a place for women to play professional sports. And like, I hope it survives and I hope it continues to grow.
It will survive because the NBA has been pretty much using it as a
it's been
just a loss leader. That's all they're using.
But my boy, when he was, I think he was in college, like they used him and a bunch of other dudes as practice dummies for the women's basketball team. And he said that they would like smoke the girls, like just, 5 guys that had played in high school, but like they would smoke the girls in basketball. Like,
yeah,
it's a science.
Men are just more athletic than women.
Yeah, they're just generally stronger. I don't know what would happen against.
If we against a bunch of YouTubers played WNBA players, we get smoked.
We would get fucking destroyed.
Dude, I'm terrible at fucking basketball.
Like, I bet you if we played basketball, if we did bros versus pros, YouTubers versus women in basketball, like those women would dribble the ball off.
We would lose like 85 to 2.
She would do that, that trick, or they would dribble it between our legs. They would like spin, like they would back us down. They would outboard us, out rebound us. They would throw us to the ground. Like Caitlin Clark would shoot a 3 in my face and then look at me like I was an idiot.
No, and then I'd have Angel Reese just sitting there like,
yeah. Remember,
like she'd be just talking.
Our heights, our heights start with a 5. Those girls are 6'2", 6'3". Like they would smoke us.
And I can't jump.
Yeah, neither of us. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not. I will never discount the WNBA players as athletes because they are elite athletes. I'm just saying that, if you were to take like an average college male basketball team, like it would probably not be pretty.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Yeah.
Hurricane Central. As a Panthers fan, this year has been everything I've been waiting for over the years as a fan. This has been a great series and should go 7. Let's go Cats. And I understand the irony of having Hurricanes in your name as Panthers.
Yeah. Dude, the Panthers are fucking good, man. Like I said this at the beginning. I said this was a matchup nightmare. Oh, what do you think of Nick Bonino? Who said it?
Nick Bonino said today that I thought he got cut.
No. Which fucking Penguin today said that the Penguins could?
Oh, Brian Rust.
Yeah, Brian Rust said that had the Penguins gotten in, not only they would have beat the Rangers. I'm like, yo, good thing we don't have to worry about that, buddy.
With how bad the Penguins' power play was, they weren't beating them. They were probably losing in 6 or 7. They would have put up more of a fight than the Capitals, but at the same time, no.
First of all, you didn't even make it into the playoffs, and you laid down like you were playing like shit headed into the playoffs.
No, they actually did well, and then they were doing well into the playoffs.
Yeah, but then they laid down when
stretches, and they have no team depth.
But then when they needed a game against who? The Bruins?
The Bruins they laid down, and then the Islanders they lost.
So. Yeah. You couldn't beat the Bruins and the Islanders when you needed to, when they really didn't have much to play for.
The problem is they had to be perfect. That was the problem.
Wow. And you're telling me that a team that had to be perfect could beat the Rangers, this Ranger team, in 7 games?
Never know. Stranger shit's happened.
Ooh,
Matthew Ramirez, who's the most overrated QB ever, bias aside. Ooh, I mean, you can go Namath, Bradshaw. Although Bradshaw was more of a game manager. I would say who else would be probably in the overrated category? Brett Favre, because he always choke in the playoffs. That's a tough call, though.
Brett Favre won a Super Bowl, though. It's hard to, and he was, dude, there were so many good years with Favre where he was just elite. He was really good. I saw Favre play in his prime, and he threw fucking rockets all over the field. Namath is up there in terms of overrated.
Namath just got injured by like year 5 or 6, and he just wasn't the same.
I think Aikman and Emmitt Smith kind of get caught together because of the line that they played. Aikman was a good quarterback, guys. Like, oh yeah. I don't think that he sucked. Like Aikman came in and took a 1-15 team. He was out there for that 1-15 season.
Yeah, but any quarterback would have died. Any quarterback would have died under that.
The problem is why people overrate him is because late in his career he was kind of shit. Like he started to fall apart late in his career, and he was not that good.
Most overrated QB bias aside, though.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy Garoppolo. All that dude does is win.
I'm going to say Namath because he really didn't do much outside of Super Bowl 3. And he was injured a lot. He had horrible knees. People forget how pathetic he was for the Rams. Like he was
in the 70s. Money. Like he had good years in the AFL, but like he is still probably the most overrated quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Because of that one.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but even from like the past lens, it's like he was just worn out by the time he hit his late 20s.
Do you think Jim Kelly was overrated? Like he wasn't.
He was kind of a diva.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember the bickering of the Bills.
Do you think Drew Bledsoe was overrated?
I mean, he was a good quarterback, but the problem is nobody really sees Bledsoe as like a
credible. No, nobody sees him as great.
Like he was always seen him as overshadowed by Tom Brady. Like that was always the thing.
I think Montana's properly rated. I think Elway's properly rated. I think Dan Marino's underrated because he didn't win a championship. Dan Marino was really good.
I'd probably put Steve Young in the underrated category too. I think the problem is he gets held back a lot because of his Tampa Bay days. But when he was in San Francisco under a real offense, dude clicked.
And he was a scrambling quarterback.
I mean, if we're going overrated quarterback, I'd probably say Michael Vick in the Falcons days. The dude couldn't throw accurately.
Do you think Kirk Cousins is overrated?
I think people just see him as a good quarterback. I don't think they really see him as like an overrated quarterback per se. Honestly, if we're talking overrated quarterbacks right now, Anthony Richardson, that dude hasn't done shit and everyone's claiming he's elite. He can't stay healthy.
He got injured. Yeah, he got injured. Stafford is underrated. I agree. Stafford went out and I don't think McNabb was overrated. I think
I wouldn't say McNabb was rated. McNabb was the problem. Was like it's just like Philly
McNabb was good.
His guts.
Yeah, McNabb was good for a long time. I respect McNabb.
I'd say Dan Fouts is underrated. The fact Fouts and Moon, like they never won a ring, I think that's what holds them back.
Yeah, well, Warren Moon's in the Hall of Fame, so is Dan Fouts, right?
Ooh, so Eli Manning. What do you think about Eli Manning?
Eli Manning is properly rated. People don't give him enough credit for how intelligent he was as a quarterback. The dude could read a defense. Okay. Like a lot of people just don't understand how intelligent of a quarterback he is. When you go back and look at the film of Eli Manning, you'll be like, damn, he really made good. Like he knew how to quarterback. Now his arm got to shit the last 2 or 3 years. Like he just wasn't that dude. But there were times where, I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls. Like between those 2 Super Bowls, he was an elite quarterback for a while, for 2 or 3 seasons.
I would say Breeze is properly. I would say properly rated because the thing too is like, I mean, people he's seen as one of the best quarterbacks of his generation. So I'd say properly rated.
Lamar's going to have to show me. He's going to have to show me something in the playoffs. His issue
is in the playoffs. That's the problem. Like he keeps imploding in the playoffs. He lets emotion get to him, and it just like the last 2 drives against the Chiefs were a prime example. He kept trying to gun it deep. I'm like, dude, all you need are like 10 to 15 yard drives, and we're just sitting there like, why did you throw that? He tried to play hero ball.
I would comment on the Lim report. I'd comment on Kaepernick, but I'm just going to sit this one out.
So. No, you're going to take a name.
Yeah,
that's what you'll do.
We're going to just take
Randall Cunningham.
Ooh, I'd say
that is a tough call because I feel like he'd be better in the modern NFL. Like him, Cordell Stewart,
amazing.
Like they were.
I mean, he should have won. The Vikings should have won that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like they should have beaten Atlanta, and they should have won the Super Bowl that year, or at least Randall Cunningham should have played in that Super Bowl. He was so good that year. He was so good. Anyway,
Teddy Bridge, I don't think we ever really found out what his true potential was because of that injury.
Yeah, in practice. Ooh, Josh Allen is a good one. Do you think Josh Allen is overrated?
Ooh, I would say properly rated. Because the problem is, like, it's just like he has these moments where it's like, what the hell are you doing? He has this wild streak.
And it's happened in the playoffs.
Ooh.
And you're like,
Zarthos, Doug Williams, very underrated quarterback. He was the only reason that made the Buccaneers relevant, led the Redskins to a Super Bowl. I think not many people talk about Doug Williams when you think of really good quarterbacks.
Cam was not overrated. Cam was properly rated. Cam was an MVP, dude. All right, what's the next super? We could talk about this all night.
Oh, yeah. A Red Rhino, Angel Hernandez, and all baseball celebrates like everyone won the World Series. May we miss his amazing calls.
And there was much rejoicing.
Man.
That's Angel Hernandez. It's the legend of legends. Golden Hybrid 3 for 5 bones. Clickbait punishment idea. Loser has to do a hair trade. Yeah. That sounds about right. So like you would take my hair and put it on you and I go bald.
I've seen like videos of people getting toupees and they look really good. Like I've seen people like if I could grow my hair out on the sides and then like I've seen them look really realistic, but I don't think I would look good with a wig. I just don't think I like the way I look just as a bald guy. Like I just don't think like a fake hair 5 with Scooter's hair.
Oh, dude,
with his braids.
5 with the braids. Ooh.
That would be how much is a toupee though? Like, all right. How much for a toupee?
Tell you what, while you're doing that, I'll do the next.
All right, some of them are like $300, you know.
$300 for a toupee.
Some really good ones are there's one that this one's $1,200.
$1,200 for a toupee. Put this on screen. I want to see this.
Hold on. All right, let me present.
Yeah. I'll get to yours, Red Rhino, later because we got to talk about Isaiah Bugs Bunny too.
Look at this one right here. $1,200 from wigs.com.
I mean, that is a nice looking wig. But
yeah, I'm just saying, look at that shit. Like, would I wear that though? Okay, so most of them are around 230, but I would want to get the custom one. So some start for 130, like the one where they put plastic on your head and then they draw the outline of it so that and then they make it basically fit to it. But yeah, I could end up like George Costanza and okay, look at these ones. Yeah. Oh, you could get a ponytail. You could become
you
an
can get a
instant
man
douchebag.
bun.
You can go like you have to fool somebody though. Like you can't just show up one day with fucking hair and everyone's
like,
like,
gonna go to a
like
coffee shop and crap beer.
Right. I would have to move cities or something, like I would have to show up in like
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and it's just with my new wig or something. Or I couldn't stream for like, a couple months and then one day I would just show up with hair and everyone would be like, dude, what's going on, man? What happened?
Yeah, buddy.
Why do you have we can stop this.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, since the last Chiefs incident.
That would be interesting to put a toupee on me. Sorry.
It's all good, man. We got to go over this. 2 animal cruelty charges warrants filed against Chiefs Isaiah Buggs, former Steeler Isaiah Buggs. 2 misdemeanor on charges of cruelty to dogs in the 2nd degree. According to court documents, the Tuscaloosa Police Department received a report that 2 dogs were being left on the back porch of a home being rented by Buggs. Officers in animal control found a gray and white pit bull and a black Rottweiler on a screened in-back porch with no access to food or water. Both dogs appeared malnourished and neglected, and the residence appeared to be abandoned. Witnesses told police Buggs had recently moved from the house. Both dogs were seized, and the pit bull eventually was euthanized. Aww. That fucking sucks.
Terrible, bro.
Apparently, he is a victim of an ongoing subversive campaign to force the closure of a hookah lounge he owns in Tuscaloosa.
Huh?
What?
Dude, what? No. Anyways, what is with the Chiefs and this offseason hangover? Like they're
all getting arrested.
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice partying. He punched a security guard, racing cars, getting caught for weed at an airport, I think. Like,
yeah, they're not hungry, dude. If I'm a Broncos fan, like they might have a tough year.
It's time for a soap opera. Chief Concerns.
Yeah,
we'll bring out the soap opera music, baby.
Is that gonna be the name of the?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you keep it going, but I mean,
on Chief of our concerns.
Chief Concern. Hail to the Chief.
Hail to the Chief. I mean, you've got Kelsey and Taylor Swift. Like that's part of it. Like they're the hot couple.
Patrick Mahomes. You might have a surprise appearance by Jackson or Patrick's wife. I mean, you have a bunch of pieces. Hollywood Brown could have something happen with Antonio. You never know. MKI Sports for 5. Tree, I'll be in Pittsburgh for the first time next week to watch the Dodgers versus the Pirates. Oh, dude, you're in for a treat, man. Any good destinations to go aside from PNC Park? If you're going North Shore, I would go with a Southern Tier Brewery. Purgatory, I would say Penn Brewery on like Troy Hill, really nice local brew. Church Brew Works in Lawrenceville would be really nice as well. Mainly just and the Arts Fest should be in town later this week too, and then next week as well. I think it's for the next 2 weeks. So across the bridge, Rachel Carson and Clemente, like you'll have some stuff over there too. So definitely feel free to enjoy yourself, enjoy the city. I mean, it's a very intimate place, and a lot of people, they don't want to leave, or if they do leave, they do everything they can to come back. So what's
the go-to date spot in Pittsburgh? Like, where are you taking a girl on the first date?
It depends. I mean, sometimes you just go for a restaurant for drinks. If you want to go somewhere like park-wise, maybe Shenley Park would be probably pretty nice. Mount Washington. Although Mount Washington, everyone does that for weddings, bachelor parties.
Oh, okay.
They always have that view. I would say, I mean, you could do a lot of things. Like they have mini golf around here, like a putt shack.
Do you have a move? Do you have like a thing like, all right, I really like this girl, I'm going to impress her? Do you have like a place where you're going to take her like first date?
I mean, honestly, if I wanted to like wow a girl after a couple dates, I'd take her home, make her a nice steak dinner.
I mean, okay, yes, I get that, right? But like that, a lot of trust has to be built up for that. Like,
yeah,
I'm talking about like third date, like, all right, this is the precursor to the sex, right? Because obviously, if she agrees for you to cook to her, like, it's implied that sex is going to happen, right?
You never know, man. I mean,
I'm not saying it.
Old-fashioned.
I'm not saying it's just like, all right, we're in the same house. I'm cooking for you. Like, at least there's going to be at second base, right? Second base at least,
maybe.
Right? What are you doing? There's usually one date before that. What are you doing the penultimate date before second basing?
I mean, dude, you can't push that sort of shit. But if you're doing something,
what do you do? I'm just asking. What
I would say,
taking her to impress her.
I don't know, maybe axe throwing. If she's into that sort of stuff.
Throwing, that's not bad. That's not
axe
bad.
throwing's not bad. I mean, mini golf is always fun. You get that competitive spirit in you.
Yeah.
I have a couple drinks, like playing mini golf, and then we just bitch about like the rigged ball.
There's a couple places that like bocce ball.
Bocce ball wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
lawn bowling. Lawn bowling's really fun.
Lawn bowling, pickleball wouldn't be bad.
What I do though is there's this little speakeasy down the block from me.
You mentioned this last week.
It's really fucking pimp. It's just so pimp because you walk in and the front is just a library. There's no door. It's just a room with books in it. And does
the bartender know you by name and does he know his drink by heart?
So
that's the real
this story. This is what happened. I messed up. Like I took a girl on a date there and they sat me in the wrong, like on a table, and I said, oh, I usually get a booth, and she was like, oh, do you come here a lot? And I was like, fuck.
You
so every time I go there, like the waitress would be like, oh, this guy.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I got like the same waitress. Yeah, I got the same waitress like 4 times, and I quickly said, oh, it's really close, because I live like a block from it. I was like, it's close, like so I come here all the time. And she was
so here's what happens.
I left out the part where it's like
we're the kind of dude that usually we talk shit about in the back because you're probably the fucking cunt that has to see the manager every time a drink doesn't get served.
I am not like that at all. No. I'm the most amenable. Like your food could be an hour late, and I wouldn't really say much. I'd be like, "Hey, are we good here? Is something going wrong?" Like, and I would still tip 20% because my parents used to run a restaurant. I know, or they used to own a restaurant, and I know what it's like to work your ass off and then not get a tip. Right. So my parents and I, like, we take care of service, and I worked for 2 years in a restaurant as well as both a bartender and a food runner and a server. Like, I appreciate that shit, and I don't ever yell at staff ever. So I'm just I resent that you would think that way, that I would be a dick like that. Yeah, I'm a little pissed off by that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you would be pissed off like that. Dallas just scored, by the way, a minute in. I think that's Wyatt
yeah, I think Dallas takes this. Honestly, Dallas is just playing too well.
Dallas, Edmonton doesn't have defensive.
What's up, Kirsten? By the way, what's up, Kirsten?
At least they won a game of the conference finals this time, unlike a couple years ago.
5-point sheds. Yeah, usually what I do when I'm really trying to impress a girl is I just take her to my shed. I'm just like,
take her to shed.
This is where all the magic happens, baby.
Yeah. Just have a computer back there. Just say that's where the magic happens.
All right. Which super chat? We're so far.
We're on Caleb Corson. The Celtics team is built like my beloved 2018 Red Sox team, except them winning the title. And then we'll build the statue of Billy King. The Mets are the NL version of the White Sox, share a city with a better team in an opposing league. They've had more success, though.
The Mets are trash, dude. Like, this season is done. I mean, we got swept by the Dodgers. Like, the Dodgers made us look like they're bitches.
Yeah. Barrel maker, enjoy being broken 5 years. Speaking of
beat the Mets,
Antonio is.
You said that?
I said it like a couple years ago.
Yeah, you were Tree-Stradamus.
I mean, dude, it's easy to predict. Like, the dude pissed away $30 million guaranteed, and he was just throwing around with like he's like throwing around like $15,000 goat rings, child support issues, the Albany umpire fiasco. Like, he probably lost all that money.
What would you buy with $30 million? Like, what would you buy?
I would probably buy a multi-million-dollar house around here, be like super toity, pinkies up in the air, and then I probably invest the rest in like IRAs.
No, okay.
Mutual.
What if you had to buy? You were given $30 million, but you can't invest it. Like you have to spend it on goods of some kind, like
real estate and land.
No, okay, no assets. Like nothing that could be perceived as an asset. Right. Like what?
So I can't buy a house?
Oh gosh. What? I'm making up more parameters. Like, $30 million in something that you could not consume or hold. Like, how could you waste $30 million just on nothing?
I'm going to be honest. Like,
blow,
I would
gambling.
Well, I mean, technically, you can make one $30 million bet and lose it all.
Crypto, yeah.
Crypto could actually regain your money.
Okay. How about this? I guess you could buy anything except for no items over $1 million. No assets over $1 million. I know someone's asking, is this Brewster's Millions? Right.
Yeah, I'd probably just buy like a nice suburban house.
I'd buy lots
probably
of cars.
A decent car.
Yeah. I'd buy lots of cars. I would buy like a bunch of Legos. Like I would build a whole Lego city in my basement. Would you
have a Jay Leno garage?
I would. I'd have a bunch of cars and motorcycles, but like, wouldn't it be fun to just buy a bunch of Legos and like just fucking play with Legos like all day? Like,
I mean, I wasn't really a Lego guy. I could see it. I would probably do something else. I would probably do. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm a model guy. I don't know if I'd be like.
I would build models too, but like, yeah, I would buy every Technic kit that I could find and just build a room full of Legos. Like that would be so much fun. I would buy the expensive Lego, and that wouldn't even be $1 million. That would just be
nowhere close.
Yeah, you could probably buy all the Lego sets for less than $1 million.
Oh yeah. Yep. You could build a whole house.
Yeah,
a real size house full of Legos.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, he's gonna be broke in 5 years. Okay.
Edward Hahn, and this is the guy that gave us the care package. Doctors gave me another week off work, and then I come back to go on a vacation. Don't want to say my accent was good, but it's working in my favor. Damn. I mean,
hey, thanks, Ed. Thanks for the
ain't nothing wrong, man.
The coastal,
the Loganberry,
Crystal Beach, yeah, the Loganberry. I haven't drinking it all. I'm saving it, and the mushroom or the marshmallow stuff that was so good.
The sponge candy, I mean, that was delicious. I mean, I'm still using the hot sauce and mixing that up. It's like a salad dressing. It's delicious. It's good stuff.
Oh, I would build the biggest train set ever.
That's what I'm thinking. I might do a train set.
Yeah. I would definitely do that. And then like as a finale, I would destroy it. Like I would have like a train set war with like all like radio controlled airplane. Oh, that would be fun. I'd buy a bunch of radio controlled airplanes and dogfight them with my friends, like in like some type of shit like from Billy Madison. Like I would have a Norm Macdonald and a Chris Farley just hang out with me like all day.
Would you recreate the RC plane missions from GTA San Andreas?
Probably, yeah. I would. You know what?
It wouldn't be as hard as those actual missions.
I would buy a bunch of drones and have them do a light show and send them to every girl that's dissed me's houses to create like a lighted fucking middle finger and just be like, fuck you. This is what you lost out on, you fucking idiot. Now you're getting a drone show out of your house. It's all for you, bitch. Sorry.
Jeez. Yeah, you're not vindictive at all.
I would not even spend time wasting. I would buy a bunch of drones though.
Sticking out your gat for the Yinzer. You're so lolcow. You're so stellar tax. I just want to be your congrats, vid. Sports Talk Chud Wolves reverse sweep.
That's not going to happen.
You'll never know, man. I mean,
that's
it's never happened in NBA history.
You're going to see both the Stars and the Mavericks in the finals while Dallas is sulking.
I mean, dude, the Stars, the Mavericks, the Rangers just won a World Series, and the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
I mean, they could. I hope not. I hope the Stars do not win, but you know, the Mavericks could win the title. So you could have Arlington and anyway.
Arlington, Dallas, and Dallas. God's butt monkey. This week's NFL player from the past, defensive lineman Igor Olshansky from the San Diego Superchargers. Ooh, I would go with probably Luis Castillo.
Ooh, a lineman. I have to. He's a random player.
Or I could go with Jeff Zagunya.
Jeff Zagunya. Okay. How about? I don't know. I don't have
somebody you can choose, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm just, Ruben Randall. Okay.
Ruben Randall, not bad.
The old wide receiver.
Dylan Hunley. Hurts is close to overrated. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched this year. Ooh, that's a take. I don't think they got Pickett just to be on the bench all year. I mean, they got him as like a backup because they needed a backup.
Dude, Hurts can ball when he's healthy. And
Hurts is getting paid $55 million. If he's getting benched, something has gone horribly wrong.
Something's gone really wrong.
Ooh, Caleb for 2 Australian Stars or Oilers tonight in the series. I say Stars for the series.
Yeah, Stars for
Edmonton
both.
Just doesn't have the team defense or the goalie type.
Yeah. I mean, Edmonton can theoretically win, but the other night they blew it. They had like a 2-1, 3-1 lead or something, and they end up getting smoked.
Yeah, well, what happened was, team defense fell apart, and then Stuart Skinner just,
Yeah.
MN Sports Junkie 101, AL Central passed the mediocrity baton to the AL West, dude. The Houston Astros do not have any pitching. Good God. The A's are a mess. The Angels are just fucking shit.
Yeah. Well.
Bad. Ooh. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley, if the New York Rangers win the cup, urinating tree has to put a blank on his head. Were you supposed to put something else there? Or was
Did you forget something?
Has to put
in the chat.
A on his head.
The letter A.
Like the letter A, like a cone head.
What do you have? Oh, you got to put a plunger probably on your head. I would think,
maybe.
right? That's what I think that's where he was going. You have to put my nuts on your head. I get to teabag you if the Rangers win. Dude, that would be such a good punishment. I get to literally teabag you if the Rangers win the cup.
Yeah. And the Stars just had another breakaway. Hintz just missed the net. It's getting pretty gnarly. Jonathan Hill, Fry Bones, probably been asked, but are you attending the NFL draft in Pittsburgh in 2026? Ooh, it depends. I mean, as I said, like I could be streaming it from there, but
what we could do, I'll come up. And we could go stream day 1, and then we could go to day 2 and just hang out and get shit-faced at the draft.
We could do that for day 3.
Day 2 or 3. Yeah, we could just hang out and get fucking.
I said, I mean, it's going to be like a little over 2 years, so it's just.
What if they let you announce a draft pick on day 2?
I don't think they're going to do that, dude. The Steelers still up in block, dude. Come on. I part of me just wants to streak across the stage. I'll get arrested, have a criminal record. I'll be like, worth it.
No, it'd be funny. Like they invite you to announce a pick, but instead it's the room.
Oh, dude, that is a weak goal to give up. Was that a deflection?
Oh, just scored?
It looks like it was either Lindell or a deflection from Stankoven. It's like that was a weak shot to give up. That had to go off something. It's 2 goals on 3 shots.
Little stank.
You might be putting in Calvin Pickard. What was that? Hold on. It went off Nurse's back, dude. Darnell.
Little stank of booty.
It went off Nurse's bootay.
Bootay. Oh, Darnell is not having a good series.
Darnell sucks. Darnell has not been good. This dude's getting paid $9.5 million, and he's benefiting the other team. And it's just like it once all of his butt goes in a perfect position that Skinner's not covering. Good God. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley super chat would not let me say plunger in the first chat.
Huh. I mean, that's weird.
Really?
Say plunger. Is plunger a band? Is that why we keep getting demonetized? Because we say the word plunger.
No, I think we get demonetized because
EJ says, "Well, found nurse." That's funny.
Yep.
All right, keep reading.
Nurse always does that. Phantom Observer with the retirement of Angel Hernandez, who now takes over as the referee umpire everyone loves to hate. I'm hearing CB Buckner. He could be the guy.
Ooh, yeah, Buckner's
it could be somebody else. Could be a few other guys.
Yeah, there's one older guy that's not good. I mean, that's the thing with the union, with the umpires union. Like they hold on to guys like longer.
Yeah, it's about seniority. That's all it is. Yeah. It's about paying your dues.
Yeah, and they make pretty good money. The umpire.
Oh yeah, Angel Hernandez made a lot of money.
Yep.
So you know what? He may be getting bitched at, but he's just going to sit in retirement. No, he's going to give a shit.
Yep.
And people barely know what he looks like anyway. Connor Akers for 5. Colts and Pacers have been cursed ever since Indy native Jared Fogle got caught getting into smaller pants.
Oh, my God. Jared from Subway. Who knew he was a freak?
I mean, he was apparently a freak the whole time. Russell Wilson not by a 20. No, Muffin Man, thanks, 25. Russ. 25
yes. Bathroom. Yeah, you could buy a $1 million bathroom for all $30 million. You could have a 30 bathroom house, $1 million each with gold toilets and everything.
NS Hammerhead, big props to the Pirates bullpen for not fucking another Paul Skeens outing into oblivion. In all seriousness, I'm enjoying watching him pitch, dude. He's a gem.
I know he's amazing.
That dude shoves.
Before we get to the last one, what is the nicest bathroom you've ever taken Duke in?
Ooh, probably a fancier restaurant. You have like nice marble on the exterior, like rich mahogany doors. You have like fancy toilet paper, and it's like you put your pinks up in the air. It's like, let's go.
I mean, like, is that like the least memorable thing on earth that like you go to the bathroom literally every day? I cannot think of a bathroom that I shat in where I was just like, oh, this is it right here. Like, this is the greatest bathroom. Like maybe on vacation one time, like, but I don't remember any of the details of it.
You know, like if you've ever been in a really bad bathroom, you know, like mangy, dirty, like the toilet seats like all fucked up, you respect a well-maintained bathroom.
Well, okay. When I was 6 years old, I went to Thailand, and there, back then, now it's changed. You didn't have a toilet. It was a hole in the ground, and you had to like squat over, right? And it smelled so bad. Like, I mean, it was basically like just a pipe that like removed the shit. Like, oh my gosh, like I'll never shit in something that awful again in my life. I mean, it smells bad just getting in there, and then you have to, you know, anyways. That's why I think maybe this one time in Vegas, I had like a bathroom that was the size of my apartment right now. Like, it was pretty.
I mean, that's the great stuff, man. Sports Talk, Chud. 2028 Wizards 50 years of failure. Also, longest conference final drought in North American sports. You would be that guy.
I would never shit in the shit. I'm very particular about shitting. Like, I am very much like, I will not shit like at school. Well, I'll shit at work, but like, I don't like shitting in a public place. Like, I would rather go home and drop a Duke, you know. Like, I like the creature comforts of my own house, you know.
Yep. Then report for 22 New Zealand. Weekly tithe, the Oilers doing Oiler stuff.
Oily stuff. Yeah, they do the oily stuff.
Oh, and they nearly scored again. It just tripled wide.
Damn.
Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley. I know exactly who the next Wraith everyone's going to hate. Be Steve Dangle once saying, happy retirement to Wes. Happy retirement to Wes.
You think Wes McCauley? I thought everyone loves McCauley. I thought everyone loves him.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe Toronto fans don't. Toronto fans might not like him because of that call, that holding call that robbed the Tavares goal a couple years ago. That might be the reason. Yeah, you would. Dom,
look, there's certain things. Listen. Bowel movements and, you know, spanking are two different things. Okay, I can control my shitting urges. Men generally, we can't control our willies. We're pretty bad with the willies.
You just got to be. You have to be constrained in that regard, man. You have to fill the discipline. You lack discipline.
Yep. Yes, I do lack the discipline. Okay.
You would.
Are we ready to get out of here? Is that everybody?
You may be. You may be, man. Do you have anything coming out, sir? You have anything to say?
I'm doing a video on the streaming wars with the NFL, like how much it costs. You know, everyone else has done a video on it, but I will also do a video on it as well. And then I'm doing a video on every scandal of every team, NFL team's biggest scandal. So
not bad.
I'm a Goona.
I am working on a video of the Chicago White Sox and how much of a shit show they are, hoping for release tomorrow or Friday. So, dope. I mean, yeah, as I said, last week I didn't have a real video out, but I was working on just prep for the haters guides for NBA Finals and Stanley Cup. Yep. Because they're probably going to end relatively quick. And they'll be out in pretty rapid succession next week.
Yeah, and then on 5 Point Stadiums, I'm doing, which is now monetization eligible, by the way. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me. I'm doing the most useless stadiums ever. Like, stadiums that were just built and just fucking sat empty. And then, yep. Yeah, I've been pumping out the content just like I've been pumping out loads in a shed.
I mean, hey, one of those pumpings is productive.
So anyway.
All right. Well, guys, it's been real. We'll see you. I don't know if we're doing it tomorrow because Tom's doing his stream. He's doing his worldwide tour.
Well, he's in Europe. If we get 4 people tomorrow, we can stream for sure.
Yeah.
I have to, if we're gonna do a show, I have to go to Lowe's and fucking
report from the shed. I mean, I still have to do the OnlyFans thing. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, no. Good night, everyone. We love you. Thanks for the mods. Thanks for everyone for showing up. I know it's going to be a long summer until the NFL comes back, and
that's how life goes, man.
But
we just
love you all, and we will see you soon.
Peace out, y'all.
Good night.